Alrighty, so today what we're gonna do is something that kind of plays off of what we did yesterday. Of course, if you didn't miss yesterday's video, it was the Yankees facial hair rule rebuild challenge thing. Basically what I did was I could only use players that fit the mold for like the Yankees rule where they don't allow facial hair. I know people were pointing out that they allow mustaches. I just kind of went to the extreme, did no facial hair, and felt like that was a little bit more of a challenge as well. So today what we're going to do is the anti-Yankee rebuild. Basically, long hair, crazy facial hair, whatever it is, we're going to be picking up players that kind of break the rules of what the Yankees normally want with their players. So, you know, long hair, like I said, dreads, Dustin May, carrot top flow, maybe Dallas Keuchel beards, whatever it is. Basically, it wouldn't be allowed on the Yankees. So that's what we're going to do today. I hope you do enjoy it. Of course, if you do, consider hitting the like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that red subscribe button and turning on that bell icon to be notified whenever a video does go live. And of course, in the comment section, let me know future videos you would like to see. That's really about it. Let's get into this video. And I thought, what's one team that kind of just is anti-Yankee? I wouldn't say anti-Yankee, but like the opposite of the Yankees. And what about the party city of Miami? They like to go out. They like to break rules and kind of put a season on hold. But you know what? We're going to go with Miami. We've got the designated hitter on. Ignore budgets on. And we're going to go with the fantasy draft, of course. We're going to go all out. Let's get into it. Of course, the Yankees get the first pick. And they pick Aaron Judge. Oh, ooh. What a surprise. All right, so who do I want here? Anthony Rendon's got that beard, definitely would work. And I think we've gotten him kind of recently, but I'm trying to think of maybe someone a little bit different that we normally don't get. You know what? Bryce Harper. I feel like Bryce Harper. Yeah, let's go Bryce Harper. That is like the like long hair. He's got that hair that's going past the shoulders now. He's got that big beard. I feel like Bryce Harper is the right move to pick for the first one. All right, for the second pick, you know what? I'm trying to think of like Clayton Kershaw. I feel like his beard is not being portrayed as what it normally is. I feel like Kershaw's got a little bit more of a beard. Strasburg could be a good one as well. Mike Clevenger. I kind of feel like Clevenger is a little bit of a man, what are you doing? Why are you throwing your teammate under the bus, first off? And then second off, why are you going out and putting your teammate Carlos Carrasco, his life in danger because you decided to go out to break protocol? Come on, man. You got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. So I'm looking at different players here. And you know what? Let's go with like MVP candidate Nicholas Castellanos. I feel like I don't get him a lot in franchise either. And I feel like he could be a good little pickup. So, of course, facial hair, crazy hair. Who could we get? Corey Kluber would be one. I mean, yeah, Clevenger definitely fits what we're doing here. So does Mad Bum. I'm kind of holding off on pitchers though, just because I feel like we can find something. You know what? Maybe a closer wouldn't be so bad right now. Justin Turner definitely fits that, but he's normally someone that kind of lasts a little bit longer, so I'm okay holding off to pick Justin Turner. But I feel like he's definitely someone that we need to get at some point for this, just because of that like leprechaun beard. But Charlie Blackmon is another player that we definitely need to get. But what I'm thinking is Max Muncy is not a bad one. I think he might be the one I go with in this pick. I'm trying to pick players that are like a little bit different from what I normally go with. You know, Mike Moustakas would be another one. But Max Muncy usually does well in franchise. Let's go there. And I think this round might be the one that I take a pitcher, because I feel like we could use one here. And who is someone? Herman Marquez in real life is looking really good. I'm gonna go Mad Bum. Patrick Corbin, he's got a little bit of stubble going on. Kyle Hendricks, Lance Lynn in real life, again, another player that's doing really well. So you know what? Let's go Lance Lynn. Let's go Lance Lynn and keep going from there. Let's start picking up some crazy players. Start getting some crazy beards. I'm trying to think of like other players. Verdugo, I just saw his name taken. He would have been a good one to get. And let's go Kenley Jansen. Kind of got the dreads. I know recently he's cut his hair, but used to have the dreads. Still got that beard. So we'll go with that. And then, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'll probably show you around 10-ish picks. And then, oh, Justin Turner actually did get taken. Dang, I was actually thinking about taking him. I know Kutch has recently come out and said that he thinks the Yankees rule is stupid for having to shave and everything like that. So, you know what? Let's... Oh, Nelson Cruz obviously is kind of always good, but let's go Charlie Blackmon. He's like, just... The Yankees would just lose their mind with Charlie Blackmon. So we're going to go with him. We're going to pick up a couple more players, see who we can get in the squad, and then I'll, of course, go behind the scenes and just do the rest of the team. So... Or I will pick the rest of the team. I won't do the rest of the team. So, who could we go with? Moustakas. Howie Kendrick's got a little bit of a beard on him. That's true. That's true. We don't have a shortstop. Who is someone... Is there a shortstop with, like, crazy hair? Freddie Galvis. But am I going to really want to wait until Freddie Galvis pops up? I think just for the sake of the video, I might do it. Kike Hernandez, he's got like a little bit of a mustache going, which I know is a rule that's like okay with the Yankees. But what about a catcher? I don't think there's any catchers that have like anything crazy going on. I'm trying to think, you know, like Mike Napoli obviously in the past used to have that thick, luscious beard. Evan Gattis really is like the only one that I can think of. Jorge Alfaro. So I guess we could hold off there. Let's go with... Man, no one's really got... man, do I really want to go Mike Moustakas? We'll take Mike Moustakas. And then we'll do a couple more picks. And we'll go from there. So, let's see. Pitchers. You know what? Let's see here. Any... Like, do we take Dallas Keuchel this early? I feel like that's a waste of a pick. Dan Winkler, Presley, Betances, Andrew Miller. Definitely a player that, you know, always has a good beard going. Sean Doolittle, another player who in real life looks like he is struggling so much right now, and the fans are just getting all over him about it. So we're gonna take Dallas Keuchel, and then we'll do one more pick, and we'll move on from there. So let's see who we can get here. Anybody else with some crazy facial hair? I'm kind of trying to stick with this and make it something a little outlandish. You know, obviously, like I said, I want some crazy facial hair. I want things to be a little bit like Andrew Tolles. I know in real life is kind of going through some stuff. Shortstop's tough, man. Freddie Galvis is like the only one that I think of with like crazy hair for a shortstop. If I'm missing anybody, let me know in the comment section. But like, I really just can't think of anybody right now for like the shortstop position. So, catcher. Who is, you know, Wilson Chirinos? Are we going to go with another starter? Like John Lester, obviously, he's had his beard. Craig Kimbrell, is he still available? We could go with Craig Kimbrell, even though in real life he is just, ew. Yu Darvish has got that. And in real life, he definitely has his flow going on as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little peek, see what we can find, and see if I can find a player. You know what? I'm gonna take a player that you guys got on my back for in the Edwin Jackson rebuild, because I completely just idiotic and picked Kyle Lewis, but he's got some facial hair about him. I know he's a little bit, you know, clean shaven with the head and everything, but we're gonna go Kyle Lewis. He actually did really good in that rebuild, so I thought let's just pick him out. He's got A potential, so even if he doesn't do well, we can trade him. But let me get through the rest of the draft, and then I'll show you guys the team, because we're gonna have to find some crazy hair for this one. All right, so the draft's over. Let me show you the team. Here we go. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'll just show you the MLB squad, because I don't really care about the minors that the CPU drafted us. But this is what we're kind of working with: Lynn, Keuchel, Yu Darvish, Cueto, and Samardzija. A lot of big contracts. Like, that's probably like an entire team's budget right there. We got Tyler Chatwood, Yusmeiro Petit. We've got Green. I guess I'm covering them, so I should show you that. We got Green, Romo, Doolittle, Andrew Miller, Pedro Strop, and Kenley Jansen. I need to thin this out a little bit. There's too many pitchers here. I have like one extra pitcher. Lineup wise, this is kind of what we're working with. You know, Gaddis, Listella was taken by the CPU. I'm thinking of trading him. We've got Galvis, Zobrist, and Jose Martinez. And then the lineup offensively looks amazing. Blackmon, Harper, Castellanos, who's gonna make that switch back to third base. We got Moustakas, Muncy, Kyle Lewis, Elvis Andrus, Narvaez, and Tapia. I looked at possibly getting a new shortstop. I tried to get like Tatis. I tried to get Dansby Swanson. Just out of the range. I'm gonna have to settle for someone a little bit lower rated. And I thought might just wait for free agency. I do want to get rid of Darvish. I don't like that I took him. The contract's too much, and like me showing you the budget right now, we are in a very bad spot to continue this rebuild. So I 100% need to make a trade. You guys can see a lot of long-term contracts. Cueto, Darvish, Keuchel, Harper, Blackmon, Castellanos, Andrus. Like, there's just a lot of big contracts. So like, I need to thin this out. I need to make a trade. And I thought about, what about someone who looks like he should be on the Pirates of the Caribbean? Derek Rodriguez. We trade Yu Darvish, and then I said I wanted to get rid of Tommy La Stella as well. We'll just throw him in. I know we're a little bit over. We could, you know, try to like swindle some sort of like prospect or something, but I'm just gonna take this trade straight up. It may not be the best pitcher. It may be a pitcher that actually hurts us, but you know what? Let's just throw him into the team. We'll bump him down a little bit, and then maybe rock like, I don't even know. Maybe just try to find a combo trade with one of these relievers. But who would I trade here? I kind of like all these relievers. No kidding. Maybe Andrew Miller. I feel like he's gonna let me down. So let's just trade Andrew Miller. Let's see if we can package him with like maybe Andrews and try to get a better shortstop. Because like looking at this team, this is a really good team. So let's see if we can get a better shortstop, and then we'll go from there. I don't know if you guys noticed, we had the most electric player in baseball, Raimel Tapia. He's going to lead us to a World Series alone, just him. I said I want to get rid of Andrew Miller, and then maybe Andrews. It's going to be a big challenge to try to get a better shortstop. Cole Tucker, don't really want to do. Ahmed Rosario, not going to be possible. Robert Pawson or Poisson, however you say his name. I just don't think we're going to be able to get a different shortstop. Bo Bichette would be awesome, you know, with the flow and the stubble, but I don't think we have the pieces to make that happen. I don't. Even Mondesi is kind of a player that like I consider trading for. We just don't have. Ooh, that's tempting. I don't really want to get rid of and none of these. I mean, Derek Rodriguez, we just traded for him though. So Paul DeYoung wasn't too far off, but like again, it's just not a. We just don't have any pieces to make these trades happen, which is just terrible. What about Chris Taylor? Not even that much better. Nico Goodrum. I mean, we could do that, and then that saves us a lot of money, like a lot of money. So that might be a move that helps us out. It may not in the long run. Maybe Nico Goodrum's not even that good. I'm actually gonna go with Freddie Galvis as our starting shortstop now, just so that we can go even crazier with the crazy hair. But it saves us money, which is what was really needed. So this is the squad. I mean, it looks really good. This is gonna score a lot of runs for sure, and it should save us some money with what the moves that we made. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season and see what happens. All right, so this team was actually really good, and I was thinking about it, and I was simming, and I was like, is this pitching gonna be good enough? And it turns out it was. 97-65. We won the division, taking on the winner of the wild card, actually, which is kind of crazy to think about. So let's take a look at the rest of the teams and see what they look like. All right, so like I said, I wanted to take a look at the rest of the league. So especially since we did a fantasy draft, that way, I guess I should have done it at the beginning of the season, but this way you guys can kind of see how certain things turned out. One of those players that I really wanted for this, and I was kind of hoping that we would have had a higher pick, was Acuna. I thought that would have been great. He's got the dreads, you know, he just kind of fits like that whole like not Yankee feel, you know. He's all about swag, he's all about kind of standing out, and I felt like that would have been a good player to get. Same with Tatis. We just don't have the pieces to get him, unfortunately, unless we trade someone like Bryce Harper or one of our other top rated players. So maybe we do that to get one of those players, but for now I'm kind of liking the team. Clearly they're doing well, so I feel like we're we're looking pretty good. So there we go. Let's take a look at the rest of the league, see how everything turned out. We're ranked 4th as a team. I know you can't see it, but I mean, that ERA is looking good. The average is all right. It could definitely be a little bit better, but looking at the rest of the league, it looks like the season was pretty competitive. Like, you know, 86 wins won the Central, 87 for the West. So it looks like things were pretty competitive throughout the entirety of the league, which is awesome to see. Charlie Blackmon had the most hits, and as we go through the rest of the league, you know, Trey Turner with the most hits. You know, we just mentioned Blackmon. Turner had the most doubles. Lurie Garcia had the most doubles in the NL. Geraldo Perdomo had the most triples. Marte with the most triples in the American League. 55 for Soler and 55 for Nelson Cruz. Okay. And then we have some awards. We have 2 Gold Gloves. That's it. Nelson Cruz won MVP, and then so did Soler. And then where's Mike Trout on the? Oh man, the Orioles had Soler and Trout. Okay, I didn't even notice that as I was skipping through the teams. Shane Bieber won Cy Young for the Reds, and then the rest of the awards go on. So okay, all right, some interesting names there. Spencer Torkelson, Rookie of the Year this season. So interesting. Let's take a look at some of our pitchers. Tyler Chatwood, quite a bad whip. Petit was outstanding. Shane Green was really good. Sergio Romo was awesome. You got Sean Doolittle, Pedro Strop. I mean, everybody was really good in the bullpen. Like, really, really good. I mean, everybody did their job. I mean, Tyler Chatwood struggled, but you know what? Outside of that, really happy with it. Lance Lynn had a really respectable year. Dallas Keuchel struggled, which, okay, that kind of sucks. Johnny Cueto had a respectable season for sure. You know, Jeff Samardzija, and even Derek Rodriguez. 3 Giants pitchers, actually, that I'm noticing, with Rodriguez, Samardzija, and then Cueto. So, okay, maybe they were a team that we should have went with instead. Our bench, Ben Zobrist did pretty well, and then Jose Martinez did well in his limited appearances. And as we take a look at our actual lineup, Charlie Blackmon as a leadoff hitter, putting up really good numbers. Really good numbers. Bryce Harper, pretty respectable season for him as well. Castellanos, the OPS is a little low, but I mean, the numbers are still there. Like, it's not a bad season. Moustakas had a good year. Muncy, it was okay. Could have been a little bit better for sure. Kyle Lewis had a really good season. Freddie Galvis, you know what? For Freddie Galvis, I'll take that. Omar Narvaez had 31 home runs. And then Raimel Tapia, the most electric player in baseball, with 40 doubles. That's decent. I'll take that for sure. Anybody down here who could make an appearance? Probably not. Doesn't look like it. All right, so we're just gonna focus on the team that we have. Let's see how we do in the postseason. And first game against the Reds, 1-1, 2-1. We lose there. It all comes down to this matchup. Obviously, we should get Lance Lynn in the driver's seat and see if we can get this victory. We do. And now, who did well? Johnny Cueto did really well. Dallas Keuchel is just not great. And then we'll go like that and see what we can do from there. So we're going to have Cueto take on this game. We get the 7-0 victory. We get a 9-7 win there. We lose there, win that, and we advance anyway. So we're taking on the Indians in the World Series. Let's go take a look at what their team looks like before we head into this series, just to kind of get an idea of what we're coming up against. David Peralta, Hayward, you got Xander Bogaerts, Joey Gallo, Devers, Springer, Carlos Santana, Setsudo Yamada, and Danny Jansen. I'm using the most recent roster from Writing Rosters, so there's a lot of new international players that are in like free agency and things like that, or in the player pool, I should say. So that's probably why you're seeing some names that you normally don't see in these in this video. So pitching wise, it doesn't look as good. They definitely went heavy with the offense. So hopefully we can do something here, get started right, and we are. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. And we're actually going to win the World Series in Season 1. Ooh, okay. Wow, I wasn't expecting that at all. Charlie Blackmon, World Series and playoff MVP. And we'll take a look at our team. I didn't think our team was going to do that. You know, I thought the pitching was going to let us down, the starting pitching for sure. And you know what? I feel like that Yusmeiro Petit, 8 innings, no earned runs. Ooh, okay. All right. You know what? 1 year, 1 World Series. What a way to do it. All right. That's a pretty solid looking team for sure. Kyle Lewis, I think he might be my key pickup for rebuilds going forward. I think he has to be. He always does well. Even Raimel Tapia did well. And I mean, you know what? I'm going to leave it there. We won a World Series season 1 with kind of the same team that we drafted. A lot of crazy dreads, facial hair, and to think that we were able to do it in the first season, which we weren't able to do with the Yankee rule team. So I'm gonna leave it there. That's a pretty good way to end it. I hope you do enjoy it. If you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content, and of course in the comment section let me know what future videos we could do. I'm gonna leave you guys with 2 on screen now. If you haven't seen either of them, go and check them out, and of course I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.